Hey guys, Veritasdh here with another WoW Classic Season of Mastery video. Today we're going to go over a little bit of what is to come and what is to expect for the Tuesday evening release or afternoon release, depending on where you are in the world, or maybe even the Wednesday release, I guess, if it's close to EU. So what we're going to look at is the different phases and the different content and things that changed and things that didn't change. So let's go over it a little bit. This is kind of like a little inaccurate because Dire Maul is in Phase 1. They actually updated that. So Molten Core and Onyxia are going to be in Phase 1 of the release. We can expect that, you know, as soon as you get to max level, just jump right in. You know, I wonder if guilds are going to take it a little easier, a little bit with caution, or on the side of caution, just because of what has happened with the buffs to Onyxia, Lucifron, you know, Ragnaros, all the different changes that have been mentioned. Some crazy shit, more ads, more debuffs. In the case of Ragnaros, so 1 hour spawn time before he despawns each week. But yeah, besides that, we got Maraudon and the PvP Honor and Battleground system. I thought that was actually a pretty good change, putting that up front. It's going to be interesting to see what route people go for gearing, but I would expect, at least with the experience from dungeons and the quests, a lot of people are going to be quest and dungeon spamming. PvP Honor and Battlegrounds, just in general, I feel like are going to take a little bit of a back seat. But, you know, I guess it depends on what you are and what server you're playing on. So that leaves, I guess, just for Phase 2 is Yurgos and Kha'Zix, so I would assume a couple other minor changes, things like that. Obviously, there's no class changes, so that's something else I wanted to touch on. Everything for this season is relatively the same, but they were saying if they do another season, Mastery, I guess, whatever you call it in years, they are looking into balancing some of the classes. They did say that they believe that Rogues and Warriors might have a little bit of an advantage just because they don't have mana pools and the bosses have a lot more life, so I guess we'll see how that balances out. Phase 3, we got Blackwing Lair, Darkmoon Fair, Darkmoon decks begin to drop. You know, that's going to be interesting because some of those trinkets are best in slot, like the healing one, the DPS one, really, really good. Even the tanking one's not too bad. Phase 4 is Zul'Grub and the Green Dragons. Collecting your Nature Resist gear, getting caught up for those newer players that didn't start right at launch, catching up with alts, all good stuff. Phase 5, the AQ war effort begins, and the raid opens. So this is going to be interesting. When I was doing Classic last time, what they did was, we were on a PvP server, and they had a little bit of some weird shit going on with some mercenaries and stuff, so I wonder if that's going to play into account this time. What I'll probably do with my guild is we're going to prep and have some meetings before this, but by the way, in case anyone was wondering, we're playing on Barman Shanker US East PVP. You're more than welcome to join us. Feel free to drop in or send me a DM if you're interested, or just log on and catch me as Veritasdh, TTV. Yeah, I know, pretty fucking self-explanatory my name. You'll see me around. So Phase 6, we got Naxxramas and the Scourge Invasion. So to wrap it all up. So, a little bit of the raid boss updates. Like you said, you know, no world boss, or world buffs are going to be enabled in raid dungeons. So you can still have that outside of it, but it's not going to be as much of a parse monkey game, if you will. Restored mechanics that were removed early on for some of the raid bosses. So what this means is some of the original tested things that were changed are going to be there. So maybe some mechanics that were previously removed added back in. So there's no debuff limit. This is actually really huge. So it prevented like warlocks from using like certain curses, hunters from using serpent sting, etc. Knock stuff off. Now you can all put all your stuff on. Increase boss health, like I said, to offset debuff removal. Faster leveling, I did touch on this in an earlier video. It's only through quests and questing experience. I just feel like they should have... I know they did it to offset like mob grinds of mages, but I feel like they should have just, I don't know, put that in there. Oh well, whatever. Quality of life, meeting stones converted to summoning stones, which is going to be nice. Increased mining and herbalism. I did see this on the beta. It is actually really nice, and black lotuses can also be herbed from, you know, according to level herbs like Mount Silver Sage, stuff like that. You can passively get them, so it's gonna be pretty nice. Realms tend to be more densely populated compared blah blah blah, so we increase the spawning in. Alright, so this is, I'm gonna go to the other area I found, so we get some additional changes here. So the plans for the Titanic leggings and Sageblade are going to be made later on. I understand why they did that. They're a little bit stronger of items and tend to make a lot of cha-ching. Please note, blah blah blah, Silithus will kick off with the AQ. Let's see what else. No major class changes as I listed. They're waiting to hold off on them. At least for this season, they were saying they might change that in the future. Level 50 class will be released at Season Mastery, so we can do those, you know, the ones, the book drops and things like that that you can find. Obviously with the Dire Maul and shit too. So that means you can also get Quell Sarar and all that in this first phase. So this is an interesting one. Tier 0.5 is going to be available at launch, so that means that you can do the quest, do the extra bosses for some extra loot, which will be nice. I don't know how many people are going to touch on that, because I feel like Tier 1 just, you know, it's not really comparable to Tier 1. Like, I feel like the set bonuses aren't that good of Tier 0, but I guess it depends, hit or miss, right? PvP honor system, you know, they changed a little bit of the calibration of how it calculates the honor you get, but yeah, nothing much besides that. I mean, as we go on, what they're pretty much saying, the other changes and stuff is kind of on a on-the-go basis, so meaning that they're going to change things as they arise, so hopefully that's a good thing. Could also be a very bad thing, but yeah, what they're pretty much saying is that as issues arise, they'll, you know, change things around, they might convert some things, change their philosophy, so they're kind of leaving it as open-ended. It's going to be interesting, honestly, Tuesday to me, to see how many people actually play it. I heard that there's a ton. I've seen the server discords, but I feel like it's going to catch more traction as the time goes on, because just in general, I feel like the majority of people had a decent experience with Classic, but a lot of them didn't reach 60. They weren't able to. So hopefully this gives them a little extra boost to be like, okay, maybe I can now hit there with my real life, my job, etc. So it's something to look forward to. Try to get your friends into it, something to do at least till 9-2 if they're retail scrubs, aka me, but if they're retail people. But yeah, definitely something to look into, guys. There's a lot to expect, you know, things are going to be crazy. I have a good feeling that this is going to be a continuous thing. They're going to keep adding more and more seasons. By the way, for someone that asked me earlier in the day, when your tunes, or after the Classic Season of Mastery, your tunes are going to get moved to the regular Classic realm, so you will not lose them. It's kind of like Diablo 3, the end of their seasons, etc. But anyway, that concludes today's video, guys. Be sure to look around on Twitch. I will be adding some videos with some profession changes, maybe. I'll try to get my herbalism and my mining up to the point to where, on the beta, to where I can show some stuff, but if not, I'll add some supplement videos in. It's definitely something to keep an eye out on, and, you know, if you play the original Classic, you definitely should read up on it. I mean, I touched on most of the stuff, but there's a couple changes here and there that still I did not cover. So feel free to look this over. Where I'm getting my information from is wowsclassic.com and obviously worldofwarcraft.com, the forums with the blue post. So guys, I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday, or having you guys hop in my stream at Veritasdh, twitch.tv.com, or you guys can catch me on TikTok, same thing, Veritasdh. Follow my Instagram, like, comment, and subscribe, the usual, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye, guys.